Jeff McNeil just has not been good with the New York Mets lately. This is All Things Mets, so we get your latest Mets media. Everything you know about the Mets on this channel. Definitely do me a favor, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get today's content video, and that is going to be about Jeff McNeil and what is going on with this guy, Jeff McNeil. Does he have a future with the New York Mets going forward? And yeah, guys, we're going to get into a whole bunch of topics about Jeff McNeil. So let's start with the first one, and that is what is going on with Jeff McNeil right now, guys, in 2024. This guy just has not been good for the New York Mets. And, you know, it's been this way ever since 2022 when he was the batting champion, you know, and, you know, a lot of people are talking about Jeff McNeil right now, and it's because he hasn't been performing the way we know Jeff McNeil can perform. But when it comes to Jeff McNeil, this guy just has been unproductive. He's getting, you know, benched right now. You know, you could say it's because of a lefty in or Jose Iglesias, but he's getting 3 straight starts, you know. So I think that they're giving Jeff McNeil a mental break or something, you know, the same thing that they did with Vogelback. They're trying to do that with Jeff McNeil. And I really think Jeff McNeil, this guy, you know, just has not been hitting. You know, this guy, my problem with Jeff McNeil, and I think his problem as well, is that he doesn't have much power, and this guy wants to hit fly balls. That is not the Jeff McNeil that we know. Jeff McNeil is a guy that is, you know, has great bat to ball skills. Not good, great bat to ball skills. A guy that doesn't strike out. A guy that puts a challenging at bat every single time. That is the Jeff McNeil that we have known for many, many years. But this Jeff McNeil in 2024 and the Jeff McNeil in 2023 it just has not been good. The Jeff McNeil 2023 and 2024, just not good. 2 bad years so far for Jeff McNeil. And, you know, this comes after the fact that he won the batting champion. You know, he was a batting champion in 2022. And that's not easy to do. The way you win the batting champion, you know, in 2022 is you have the best average in the league. And, you know, when it comes to Jeff McNeil, this guy just has not been the same. And you could talk about the shift, you know, being banned and, you know, what that did to him and, you know, his approach. But my goodness, man, you look at a guy like Luis Ariz, still a really, really good hitter. You know, the shift didn't change nothing for him. He's still really good. You know, one of the best hitters in all of baseball. And Jeff McNeil, he hasn't looked good. Jeff McNeil is a guy that, you know, can hit the ball over a shortstop's head, can, you know, find the gap, can, you know, find where, you know, the fielders, you know, basically the term, you know, hit them where they ain't. You know, that is what Jeff McNeil is, you know, hit a pop fly or whatever, get a bloop single, you know, put a challenging at bat. That is the Jeff McNeil that we know. But this Jeff McNeil just is struggling, strikes out a lot, and a guy that pops up, you know, hits a lot of pops up, a lot of fly outs, man. And I personally think this is just not what Jeff McNeil is supposed to be doing right now. You know, so I think Jeff McNeil has to do something with his approach. You know, basically, you know, we know that he changed his bat. You know, he went back to his old bat, but that didn't really work out. You know, he hit for a couple of games, but that didn't really work out. And the Jeff McNeil that the Mets are seeing right now, hitting balls, you know, in the air, that is not the Jeff McNeil that the Mets want. So I think personally going forward, though, his future-wise with the New York Mets, this guy doesn't have much of a future with the New York Mets, in my opinion. I think because you got prospects like Acuna coming up, the brother of Ronald Acuna, and then you got guys like Mauricio, you know. So Mauricio, Acuna, you know, guys like Drew Gilbert, there's not going to be much room in the infield. And you got Mark Vientos and you got Brett Beatty. So there's not going to be much room in the infield for Jeff McNeil. Now, Jeff McNeil is a very versatile guy. He can play many positions. But when it comes to Jeff McNeil, this guy might just not have a future with the New York Mets going forward. Because the Mets infield is going to be crowded. The outfield is going to be crowded. So where is Jeff McNeil going to play going forward after 2024? I don't see much of a position for him. And I really think this guy, me personally, this is my opinion, I think this guy's a cancer to this team. He's too emotional. He gets in his head too much. And he doesn't have a great connection with Francisco Lindor. You could talk about the raccoon situation or whatever you want to talk about. But defensively, Francisco Lindor and Jeff McNeil just don't have the same connection, defensively that Luis Guillorme had with Lindor, that Ronnie Mauricio, had with Lindor for a couple of games. So I really think Jeff McNeil doesn't have much of a future with this team going forward. And the Mets have to find a way to trade this guy, have to find a way to get away from this guy, because I just don't think this guy is going to be a fit for the New York Mets going forward. And, it sucks because we've seen, the good of Jeff McNeil. We've seen him be great. But this guy, Jeff McNeil, and you could talk about maybe, he plays too much golf or something. Maybe that is affecting his swing. You could talk about a lot when it comes to Jeff McNeil. But in my opinion, he is too emotional. He gets in his head too much, and he's too moody. And also, he brings down the mood of the players in the clubhouse. So I personally think this guy, Jeff McNeil, just doesn't have much of a future with the New York Mets going forward. Now, that is my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about Jeff McNeil. Do you see a future with him going forward after 2024? Because I personally don't. I really don't. You got, prospects coming up. Acuna definitely will be up. Mauricio's going to be back. So, Drew Gilbert is going to be here. There is going to be not much positions for McNeil to play. And I personally think that the Mets are better off without this guy. That is my opinion. If you enjoyed the video, definitely do me a favor, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy Mets content. And yeah, man, I'm out of here. Have a good one. Stay blessed.